Peace and greetings, family. Peace and greetings. Let me keep the party going. Y'all see this beautiful artwork in the background. I am here in Nairobi, Kenya, and been here almost a week. And family, do you see me right now? I am bundled up, okay? Remember, I just came from New York, and in New York, it was not cold. Came back to Africa, specifically East Africa, and here we are bundled up from the rooter to the tutor. It is cold. This video is going to be really simple and sweet. I just want to remind you guys that you cannot take advice from people on the internet who you've never met, who don't share the same standards as you, about places that you should move to on the continent. Now, last night I was on the Facebooks and I saw a post by a young lady who was asking something about Kenya. And her question was something in the amount of, I got a little boo in Kenya, and I want to know, what is Kenya like? Like, I'm thinking about coming to make a trip. I'm thinking about traveling to Kenya. I want to know, what is it like? And one of the comments that were made was by someone that I know of. I've met her before. She's been to Ghana several times. I think she's established in a business in Ghana. And her comment was something to the extent of, Kenyans are very quiet people. They all speak softly. You'll be the loudest one in the room. The women wear flowy dresses, and etc. Now, I'm in Kenya, and I can vouch. I'm speaking for all when I say that Kenyans are not soft speakers in general. The women out here are not in flowy dresses in Nairobi in general. Now, what she was speaking about is the coast, which is Diani/Mombasa. But telling someone that is asking about an entire country that this is what they should expect for the country, that's outrageous. Like, telling someone that this city and what you experience in this city represents the whole country, that's outrageous. Now, me, myself, speaking for myself, I've lived in Nairobi. I have been to Lamu, Kenya. I have been to Watamu, I think it's called. I have visited Diani. I visited Mombasa. I have a plethora of experience in Kenya, and not only that, I live in East Africa. I live in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. So I live on the continent. I'm not visiting. I'm not passing through. I'm not vacationing. None of that stuff. This is my home. This is my house. Okay. And even from city to city in Tanzania, it's very different. So from city to city in Kenya, it's very different. So I had to ask the young lady, like, what are you talking about? And she's like, oh yeah, from my experience. And that's the problem. It's challenging for you to ascertain the information that you need to decide where to live from others, because other people's experience is really germane and personal to them. Like, it's really relevant to them, who they know, where they went, how long they were there, did they speak any of the language, did they have kids, right? There's so many people who are thinking of places, but it's impossible to think of it in your head and not actually go there to see if it's a good fit for you. And I don't want to say throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you really have to take advice from other people very lightly, unless those people are people who you know personally, who have lived in your intended country, and who understand who you are and how to advise you, right? Those people, you can accept advice from them all day. And forgive me, my mouth is still healing. Um, so those people you can accept advice from all day. But for someone who's a complete stranger that's just responding to something on the internet, please take what they're saying at face value. Because just like I stated in that other video, visiting me and living with me are two different things. Someone who's coming as a visitor, who's only visiting the coast, has no idea what to expect to go further north, has no idea what to expect in being west and being in the village. Like they just don't know. So really do your due diligence by pulling up, book a retreat, book a tour, book a visit, book it, pay for it, invest in it, and curate your trip the way that you want to. If you want to come to Tanzania, before you look at 500 videos online on YouTube of people telling you you're going to pay $300 for a 5-bedroom house per month, do your research. Come pull up. Okay, my next retreat to Tanzania is in December. If you want to come and visit Tanzania, come on. We'll be doing a lot of fun stuff. We'll be doing spiritual stuff. We'll be cleansing and getting prepared into the new year retreat. So we'll be getting prepared that way. But if you want to book a one-on-one trip, Karibu Sana, you're very welcome. Come and see what things are like, what the terrain is like. I had to come and see for myself. I traveled through the continent for 2 years before I brought my son here. I didn't just bring him. I traveled through the continent myself so I can see what the promised land looks like, and stop taking advice from people that you don't know. I even say this as a spiritual life coach. I would tell my clients that if someone does not live the lifestyle that you specifically want, you cannot in good faith take advice from them. I can't take money advice from someone who's not a millionaire or billionaire. If you're not making 7 figures, 8 figures, then why? Like, you cannot advise me. Like, it's just like this epidemic of all these single women giving women advice about picking the right man and becoming a wife. You can't give me advice on that. Actually, you as a meat eater cannot advise me as a vegetarian. It is what it is. Who's going to check me? It is what it is. So that is the advice that I have for you today. As someone who lives in the continent and someone who has seen people make a lot of mistakes taking advice from people who don't live here, is pull up. Stop doing internet research and stop listening to internet people. Pull up. All right. So Goddess Queen Jamila here. Good to see you. Glad that I can speak a lot more. And keep praying for me, you all. The healing process is treading along so slowly, but it's thorough. And I give thanks and praise for progress. See you.